He is an expert on audio, and that's why I want to talk to him today. Mark, welcome.
Thanks so
Dr.
much, Leo.
Waldrep, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to have you. He's the founder of AIX Records, which is a high-quality, high-fidelity record label. And you can also buy high-fidelity music from his website, itrax.com. So I am, and you may know this, you may not, but I am not an audiophile. I do not have golden ears, but I long ago realized that highly compressed MP3s, lossy MP3s, were not giving us the full fidelity of great music. I love music. Listened to vinyl for years, then CDs for years. And I understand why we got MP3s. Bandwidth was expensive. Storage was too. We wanted to get them as small as possible to trade them, to send them around. And I think the MP3 era has been great for music, but not so great for fidelity, audio fidelity. And so I'm really pleased that as bandwidth has increased and storage costs have gone down, that we've been able to start downloading higher quality. But there's such a debate over high-res music. So I'm thrilled to have you here because we're gonna flatten it today. What's your doctorate in, Mark?
Music. I graduated in composition from UCLA in the late 80s.
I think, you know, and when I talk to Scott Wilkinson, I think this is true of him as well, that musicians are good people to talk to about this. Scott often says that musicians don't like to listen to recorded music because they know what it's supposed to sound like.
I think that's true. I mean, I wasn't really a player. I'm a guitar player. When you go to music school, being a rock and roll or a folk guitar player, a jazz player doesn't really qualify you, so you switch over to piano to compose and write and arrange. But I certainly got very, very familiar with the instruments and wrote a couple of symphonies and string quartets and worked with Maestro Boulez at a master class.
Wow.
So I certainly enjoyed the process a lot. I can't say that it was all consuming to me. I'm a tech geek guy. My doctoral dissertation was the first one from UCLA that was electronic. It was a binaural tape piece that my committee during my final defense all put on a set of headphones, and I think the Nagra is back there on the table over my shoulder. I played my Nagra for 20, 30 minutes, whatever the length of that piece was, and had them in a binaural, three-dimensional sort of artificial reality or virtual reality even back in the late 80s. So, hearing what things can be and knowing what the real sound is and what the limitations all along have been for recording engineers, was one of those things that I was very aware of when I did a lot of senior recital recording and location recording. And boy, miraculously, all that limitation stuff went away when we moved up to high resolution music in around 2000.